Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 42 of Let's Play XCOM Enemy Within. It's time to go on the council mission titled Furies. I have a feeling this will probably be the final mission from Operation Progeny. I don't really know that, but we're getting late enough in the game. I don't see how they could really be saving much of anything up. Before we leave, I'll just point out I did sell off some more goodies in the gray market. I used that to buy Jamie an alloy cannon, and I shifted over the plasma rifle that he had been using to low Vox. So literally everybody in the squad now has plasma or equivalent. They have the strongest weapons they're going to get. And with that, let's head on out and see what the Furies are all about.
Commander, Strike One needs to approach that ship with caution. According to Annette, the remaining captives are being held in stasis, but the aliens can shut down life support functions at any moment. The system is controlled by a command console. If we can take it out, it'll give us a chance to bring those people home safe. Objective updated.
Well, let's try and at least get some sense of what's going on here. I have to say, I dig the snow and all of that. Alright, I can't really see anything. So I'm going to move George forward and see if that helps at all. Is that the ship? Yep. Yep, that would be the entrance, I assume. So at least now I know what he's talking about. And let me see. Yeah, I'll move you here. And at this point, I don't think I want anybody else to break new ground. Make sure to stay behind those who have already moved. And you can come up here. And I think I'll just put him here. And at least for a little while, that's pretty much where he's going to stay. Everybody else, do the Overwatch thing. Okay, that was a very quiet alien turn. Now, I don't know if there's gonna... Yeah, it doesn't look like it. The boundary is pretty close. I was wondering if there could be any aliens outside the ship. It doesn't look like that kind of map to me. Now, one thing I'm noticing that's really scary is there's so little cover as we approach the ship. Okay, we got a few thin men. That's kind of funny at this stage of the game. But I'm not really going to complain. So, I can only see one. I can, yeah, I guess I'll use him first. Alright, that's one down. Unfortunately, I don't get to take advantage of double tap because he can't see any others. And George doesn't see any. I don't want to move up, too far because I don't really want to reveal another group right now. Okay. I might as well go ahead and kill this one, or try to. Okay, I think we vaporized him just about. That's the first time I can remember doing 4 times someone's health as the damage, like with one shot. I'm reasonably pleased with that. So Jamie is probably not really going to do me a lot of good because the alloy cannon, you know, is much better at close range. Alright, as weird as this sounds, I'm purposely going to come where it says I don't have cover because I want to make sure I see this stupid thing. So I'm kind of flanking myself. But I have confidence we're going to get the kill. And with a thin man, I'm just not that worried if we don't. You know, at this stage of the game, we're in Titan armor, so we don't have to worry about poison. We have plenty of health to take some damage from one of them. It's certainly not ideal, but
damn it. The aliens are onto you, Strike One. That sound is coming from the console. Get moving and find it before the aliens execute those captives.
Huh. Okay. I assume we have no idea where that is, right? Like it's just somewhere inside. And unlike when we were on the dam and we were able to extend our deadline by turning those valves, the nature of this one doesn't seem like that kind of timer to me. I think the 12 is probably a hard cap. So I'm going to go ahead and come dashing forward, I think. In fact, this is a little risky. I'm going to do it, though. We'll take some chances. I would have preferred it if I was dashing behind full cover, I have to say. I'll go ahead and bring John forward the same way. Oh, that's David, pardon me. Alright, so we pretty much know at this point there isn't anybody in this kind of initial opening area. Alright, yeah, Now, here's the question. Is it worth leaving him back for a turn or so? I don't think it is, probably. So I won't move him the absolute max, because if somebody does come, obviously I would prefer to have a little bit of room, but... What's that about, sir? Yeah, okay. Is this mission gonna be nothing but thin men?
He's down.
See, council missions were always nothing but thin men, but the Operation Progeny stuff has not been like that. So I'm just a little weirded out. I keep thinking it's temporary, but the fact that now that's kind of two separate groups that have been thin men, I'm starting to wonder if that's just all we're getting. Well, if so, then this... Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Alright. Okay, well, I don't want to leave David here. Wow, that's a strange looking little thing. I don't know if you saw that. It was like this little white... Yeah, there it is. Huh. Alright, I realize that's not getting me any further in the mission, but I just thought it was really interesting. So I'm going to move here. I'm not going to waste run and gun. I'll just dash and not worry about it. And I think I'm going to put George on Overwatch. I think actually I'm going to put most of them on Overwatch. We are out of cover in some cases, so maybe I'll go ahead and like move him here. Yeah. All right.
Headed there now.
So, yeah, now he definitely goes on Overwatch because I should get a kill out of him. Here we go. Don't let me down, man. I'm counting on you. So yeah, that's good. I mean, I've been sort of dissing the thin men, but the reality is, you know, even in Titan armor, if you let yourself take a bunch of shots, these guys can critical hit for 9 damage, so they're not just a complete joke. You can be killed, no matter what you're wearing. And it looks like we have managed to miss the remainder of our Overwatch, so he pretty much gets to do whatever he wants now. Alright, so it's not just thin men. Fair enough. Now, I need to remember that there's another thin man as well. So, let me think about this. I would like to get him some kills. What if... Okay, I have to think, how am I going to kill this guy? He's only a thin man, but he needs to be killed, and he needs to be killed this turn. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan on using him. So if I take my first shot at the Berserker, and I use a headshot to do that, then I'll use my second one, where he won't do as much damage on this guy. Oh, I should have checked. What's my percentage, though? Yeah, okay, 100%. So the thin man, he's dead to me, is what that means. So what we're going to do is we're going to use run and gun. Now, I'm actually going to come here so that I have cover when somebody approaches from back there, namely this thin man. I don't have good cover, but I have cover. Okay, so now what we want is we're going to use rapid fire using the brand new alloy cannon on the Berserker. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. 28 points of damage. Is that good? I can't tell. Whew. I'm pleased. Yeah, I'll do this. I totally thought I would just soften, oh, I should have used him for that. I wasn't thinking. I just said I wanted to get him killed. I think I'm still marveling at 28 points of damage. That's pretty gross. I'm just taking this shot. Because David had run and gun, I knew I had, you know, still a clear opportunity to get the kill, so. So wait, there's another one back there. There's something back there, because we saw the little alien icon for a second. Well, let me bring George in. Hopefully it's something... Oh, I don't see anything. Alright, I'll go on Overwatch. I'm not sure what this is about.
On the move.
Alright, I'm gonna just move closer. I don't know. Maybe that was some sort of odd bug. But if it was, it's kind of a scary one. Alright, I want to start getting up here, so... And since he's got concealment... Oh, there's another thin man group. It's not likely, but let me just see if my... No, my sniper does not have an angle that's going to let him kind of shoot up like that. Okay. And I can't use run and gun, and he doesn't have a, you know, an angle to fire, so that's alright. Alright, if I move in anymore, they're going to see me, though. And I need to reload. That's kind of the honest truth here. I have 9 turns. This is actually a little rough. Yeah, I don't like this.
Okay.
Alright. I should be able to move here without being seen. And I think I can move here without being seen. Okay. I'm going to reload.
Rearming weapons.
She doesn't need to reload, but I dare not move up anymore this turn. I'll move him here and reload.
Back online.
I'm going to just reload him.
We're green to go.
I'm going to move him up just the absolute maximum I can. We don't want to lose his firepower if we can help it. Okay, so unfortunately I am going to be revealed this turn. That's unfortunate. So why don't I do this? Let me take George. And okay, I'm going to move like here. And that should let me shoot somebody, I hope,
Enemy target.
once they scatter.
It looks like the abductees are still alive, but we're not out of the woods yet. We still have to get them out of there.
Okay, at least
That's
I know.
description. That has to be the command console. If we're going to save the captives, we'll need to either move in and disable the system or destroy it with explosives.
Okay, at least I know where it is. So up until now, I've literally been wondering, you know, okay, I have 8 turns, but to do what? How far do I need to go? You know, so it's nice to have that information. Okay, well, I still don't have run and gun. Let me do this. I'm just going to bring Vox up as far as I can. I should be able to kill this guy. Yeah, very good chance. Now, unfortunately, because the other 2 went where they did, I'm not going to be able to get to them this turn. There's just realistically no way.
Roger that. Scanning.
Now, I might be able to get down there with David. Although, I don't think so. Yeah, I just do not have adequate range to go that far. So I think what I'm going to do... this is really tough. I'm going to go ahead and come this far. And then next turn, if I have to, I'll use Overwatch. I'm going to use Overwatch with George. And I'm just going to come up as high as I can with John. And I'm going to go on Overwatch. Basically, the idea is if 1 or 2 of those thin men jump up and they think they're going to cause trouble, we want to make them pay for that. And I'm going to put Harry behind some decent cover.
We're picking up new contacts moving into the AO.
Yeah, that's not a shock, really. Alright, so the plan is working perfectly. There's only 1 left. And if he jumps up and attacks, then, you know, he does, but... there's another one. Okay. Oh, that's pretty funny. So that's actually kind of dangerous because I'm not going to be able to do much about that. So I need to move an assault first. I can't really... I don't want to run anybody else into Overwatch, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to run and gun and come here. I've got cover. I should easily be able to hit at least one. I also now have a better idea. Wow, I have a 100% chance. Okay, well, obviously, I'm more concerned about this clown than I am the other. So he's got 1 health left. And he did not come down. That's interesting. I don't even know if he can, you know, like I don't know how their thing works. Now let me just check. Can I get Vox a shot at any of these guys? There's another thin man around here somewhere. But let's see if we can get him the kill on the Berserker. Awesome. Well, that's at least 2 kills. I don't remember if I got him one before that on this mission. I'm feeling like this is the mission where I'm going to get him promoted.
Okay.
He's going to be a colonel after this.
I'm pinned down here.
Yep. This guy's dead. All right. So, unfortunately, George will not be able to do anything with that stupid console.
10-4.
So, that's alright. We have 7 turns. I don't even think this is going to be close. You know, I should never say something like that out loud. Alright, take it back. This is really going to be tight, guys. I'm almost sure. We'll be lucky if we live through this. Okay, that probably did not appease the XCOM gods, but I did my best. Okay. So, yeah, there's no way anybody's going to get there this turn and be able to use it, but I'll dash him here. That way he'll have full cover. I'm a little worried about stuff being on the other side of it. Okay, cool. So there may be something there, but not in line of sight, which is kind of the important thing. Okay, and let's bring you like here. I just am concerned that, so we're gonna get rid of this timer, but there could be more aliens back here. So I don't want to step anywhere where I could end up revealing that. So we'll keep moving forward, but not in a way that jeopardizes us, hopefully. Now, I admit, if Low Vox is standing right behind that thing, it's unlikely that another angle would trigger them, but I've seen crap like that happen before, so...
Commander, hitting that console with explosives is a surefire way to make sure it'll be out of commission for good.
Okay. So... Oh, that's why. I had it for a second there. There it
Work
is.
out there, Commander. We're reading zeros across the board on that device. Looks like you managed to stop the termination sequence.
Yep.
New objective received. All we need to do now is secure the area and eliminate any remaining hostiles.
Yep, that was my plan. But thank goodness you felt the need to chime in.
Heading to that location.
Okay. For one more turn, I'll kind of hold George back. Just make sure that, like, stepping here doesn't trigger something.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I'd quickly leave him. Oh, actually, I wish I hadn't done that. That would have been the perfect spot for the sniper. So, yep, that sucked.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Yeah, I left him there because I liked the spot, but that's actually the very reason why I shouldn't have left him there. Let's reload him, and I'll do the same. Kind of curious to see what's up ahead. I mean, we've had a couple of berserkers and then nothing but thin men. Very strange collection of opponents for us to fight, really. Alright, let's move John up. And it looks like there's nothing...
On the move.
Yeah, for some reason we still aren't revealing them. So I guess this spot isn't any good anyway. I'm not
Moving out.
going to be in a position to see anything, it looks like, if I stay there. Where do I want these guys? I'll move him here, I guess. I love all this half cover, by the way. I'll just make the obligatory cover complaint now.
Already there.
Move you here. I don't know where to go with George. I'll just come over here, I guess. I mean, we literally know for a fact there's more aliens. Oh, there's that last thin man. He had jumped on the roof? That's so funny. Well, see, that's what I was saying. Now, that's a 9 critical hit, so if this... Unfortunately, Harry is my lowest health soldier. So see, if he takes one more of those, he would die. So while thin men are...
This one we still managed to pull through. The 3 remaining captives have been secured, and if we're lucky, we may just have found some new recruits for XCOM.
Okay, that is it. So yeah, what I was going to say is, while the thin men are kind of a joke in some ways, yeah, you know, we are still vulnerable. And if another one had come down and done the same thing, like, boom, Harry's dead. So, fortunately, that did not happen, and we killed 13 of them and lost no one. Mission complete. Let's head home.
A flawless effort, not a single casualty.
Okay, well, the only, you know, downside from my perspective is we still have not gotten promoted to colonel. I think he's gone on like 4 missions or more, stuck at major, but, you know, that's fine. He's still certainly fulfilling his role, so we'll get him there.
Remember, we will be watching.
We may have finally found the purpose behind Annette's captivity, and the results are disturbing to say the least. It appears that Annette and the other unique captives are capable of amplifying the psionic abilities of others, allowing the aliens to exert mental control over a number of victims simultaneously. Unfortunately, in using Annette to attack XCOM, the resulting stress caused significant trauma to her neurotissue. She will never have this specific ability again, although she may still retain psionic aptitude.
So I guess these are the 3 people that we just rescued. Now, in case anybody's wondering, just like with Annette, I don't intend to use these recruits. I've been building up a really good group for a long time, and we're in the endgame phase. I'm not really interested in chucking these soldiers and, you know, using these guys instead. So, yeah, I guess if Jamie got killed and I had a lieutenant already sitting here, sure, you know, I'll do that. But I don't need somebody with psionic ability, and I'm just not really interested in kind of following where they're trying to lead me. So, we're not going to be doing that.
contact detected.
Wow, right before we could get the Archangel armor, I see a supply barge has landed with 19 crew on board. So, I don't see sectopods on here, which is nice. But we got mechtoids, we got Muton elites, and of course berserkers and sectoid commanders. So yeah, it should give us a little bit of a workout. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get Lovox promoted to colonel. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope we see you next time.